Before being at the Sheffield Wind Farm, I have spent 25 years in the aviation industry. Since changing my career from aviation and coming into renewable energy, I've really learned the importance of it. It's definitely needed for our future to keep this planet going in a positive direction. Wind energy in Vermont, I believe, it's a very viable source. We have a great wind resource here. Picturesque. Every time I look at the turbines, I just think that they're beautiful. A lot of people come up here curious about the turbines, and if I have free time, I'm more than glad to take them on a tour around the site. I guess the biggest thing I want people to understand, when you look at these turbines, they operate fully on their own. There's no extra motors or generators or anything that gets the turbines going. It's the wind. It's 100% the wind, and we're just harnessing that and producing clean, renewable energy.
To be a dairy farmer, it takes dedication. I think that's the biggest. You gotta be dedicated, especially in today's age. I think it's important for almost any farmer today. You need to diversify. We're getting paid almost the same as we were 30 years ago. Wind turbines, even as a little kid, I was always interested in them. I like them. They're mechanical. I'm a mechanical kind of guy. I look at that wind turbine as another piece of equipment to help make the farm more viable. The power that this turbine will generate, it's going to take roughly 2 acres. To do a solar project, to generate that much power, it'd take like 110 acres. And we can't afford to lose, we can't afford to lose 110 acres. And I'm just a firm believer in that. You try to leave the place a little bit better than you found it, and I think renewable energies does that.
My wife and I moved from New Jersey to Vermont here in the middle of nowhere about just over a year ago, actually. I gotta tell you, I do love my job. I never in a million years thought I would be doing something like this. Before my role here, I didn't really think of energy at all. It's something that I like most people, took for granted. You flip on the switch at your home and you expect that constant 60 hertz. Wind energy is what allows me to stay here. And I think wind energy is a good technical foundation that allows for people with college degrees, people with technical aptitude to come into Vermont and establish themselves here. They're solid, high-paying jobs that allow you to raise a family in a beautiful area. And couldn't think of a better place to raise my 2 dogs, my very fat cat, and raise a family.
I guess the main reason that I got into renewables was because you're always talking about the right thing to do. And I felt that the right thing to do was to be a part of the renewable energy industry. The goals here in Vermont are to reach 90% renewables by 2050. In our wind energy class, we focused on the physics of wind and the components of wind turbines. So we learned about rotors and blades, towers and foundations. I mean, the industry is huge, and you could get into fixing them, or you could get into project management or the economics or the politics of it. But we just focused on the overview of the physics of wind energy and how turbines work. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do when I first started this program. The future of renewable energies here in the state is huge, and the opportunities across the United States are huge. So I'm really excited. It's a little daunting because there's so many opportunities in renewable energy, but I'm excited.
The students that come to Vermont Tech and study renewable energy, we're hoping one of the important outcomes is that they learn not only about the engineering technology of the systems, but they know how to work within organizations. They know how to be entrepreneurial. It's a rapidly changing field. Wind power is one of the core technologies that we teach with a dedicated course. When you look at the renewable energy field, wind power plays a central role in terms of being an electrical generating technology that's central to the future infrastructure, so it's a very important part. We teach 4 kind of core technologies that you're really going to have to integrate together to have a full system that's going to be carbon-free. Having a sustainable energy system in the future is going to require a lot of different solutions, and wind power is one of those solutions. It's a very important part of the solution. So being able to integrate a number of different power generation sources together is important, and wind would certainly do it. Our future energy system is going to be electrical. In Vermont, we're going to be heating our houses probably with electricity eventually more and more. We're going to be driving cars that are electrical more and more. So electrical generation is going to be very, very important. And wind power provides a way of generating electricity directly from a renewable energy source.